After a mixed bag of results last time out, with the unfortunate loss against Ipswich in the league, we did go on and beat Burnley in the FA Cup, which will see us progress to the next round. Today's episode brings a home game against Millwall before we go into transfer deadline day in January, and we will look to get through February today as well. We are having a bit of a dilemma in terms of the squad, with looking for players to come in and fill positions that we want to get replacements. Obviously, centre-back position is something that it seems nailed down. We seem quite happy with Sorensen coming in and playing in that centre-back position when needed. The one position I think that we do really need to be looking into to strengthen currently is the striker position. Now, I have a few players in the transfer hub that we have been scouting and looking over, but with age and overall, I'm unsure whether they're going to be much use to us. So I then went ahead and looked at the squad hub, and Admeda is currently out on loan at Celtic, 71 overall, 22 years of age. I think he would get game time with O'Hare still out for how long? Can we see? Still got 5 weeks, so he'd definitely get 4 weeks of game time in there. Nunes has got another 7 weeks, so he's going to be within contention for quite a while, with Fleming having to play in at centre attacking mid. So I'm a bit undecided. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play the game against Millwall and rethink, come again, and see where we can go and what we're going to do. Tough decisions, but decisions that are needed. Obviously, we're sitting in 12th place, slightly outside of the... Positionally, we're quite far outside of the playoffs, but on points, we're not that far at all. With this win, we'll put us 1 point off of... 2 points, off of Watford, and put us back in the same amount of games played. So it's all to play for. We could well hit them playoff spots. I think the automatic spots are well gone, but who knows? You never know in the Championship. Millwall aren't showing anyone of any form or any players that really should be worrying us. Obafemi up top is the only one that is the one being told from the scouts is worth keeping an eye on. Again, as you can see, their form, 3 losses, a draw and a win. Sitting in 11th place, so they are just ahead of us in the league. This is a perfect opportunity for us to pick up 3 points and take a spot in the league as well. When it comes to R11, we have gone Gunn in goal, McCallum at left back, Quentin and Sorensen playing centre back, Stacey at right back. Then we've got Sarah, Youssef and Fleming playing centrally. Fleming obviously slightly ahead, but behind Sargent. And then out wide, we've got Science one side and Rowe on the other. We're back to saying it again, but this is a must-win game. And away we go. Very quiet. Let's hope we can wake the crowd up with a good performance. Not looking good so far. Millwall well and truly on the attack straight off kick-off. Lovely block in the box and another one. And McCallum does enough to make them put it wide. Johannes Thorup has not been having the best time of it in his career starting out at Norwich, but let's hope things will change around after the window closes. Youssef with a lovely challenge, winning the ball back, and we set up a counter-attack here. Sargent looks for that run through, but as we have found over recent weeks, he's not quite got the pace that we're looking for. And Fleming takes the ball off of Rowe, finds Youssef, looks to bend that one in, but defender gets in the way and Millwall will clear. Plays the ball all the way back to Sorensen, and then finds Stacey high up the pitch, looking to take on defender, and he's done so. Crosses the ball in with a lovely cross, but the ball's now gone behind for a corner. And nothing comes from the corner. Lovely save by Gunn, while Millwall are looking to turn the pressure on themselves in this second half. Corner comes floated in. Gunn is up. When we see Nunes and Callum O'Hare return, we should see even more opportunities arise. They're both quite influential when it comes to opening up good passes. But as I say that, Fleming has found Sargent, who puts the ball straight over finds Carlos out wide, who takes on his man, looks to burst inside the box, takes a shot on, keeper gets his hand to it. Millwall again managed to find their way out of the defensive position and look to create an attack of their own. I thought we were going to see that as the opportunity to finally get a goal, but it looks like it could be down the other end of the pitch. McCallum has got himself into a bit of problem. There's an injury there for what looked like Fisher. Norwich are now looking dangerous with their attack. Fisher has made his way up to the edge of the box. Carlos inside the box. The ball is blocked. Referee will look to blow his whistle at any opportunity now. 2 minutes of injury time has passed. Millwall are still on the attack. There we have it, 0-0. Not the result we wanted, and another game where it's 2 points lost rather than 1 point gained. Transfer deadline day is upon us, and with £5 million to spend, I don't think we will be bringing in any players. Unless there's maybe something we can... There's just nothing anywhere that's really catching my eye. Nothing that makes me think, yep, he's someone that we could really do with. The only player that I'm really seeing out there that is someone that I feel will do a very good job for us is bringing Adam Eder back from his loan. As the hours tick by, we get a huge offer in for Gabriel Sara of 20.9 million. I feel that the position that we are currently in, we will be declining that. But if anything like that comes in the new season and we aren't promoted, it's definitely something that we will have to consider. So we will be declining that offer, and with 4 hours left, I have made my decision. Adam Eder will be recalled from loan. It's going to cost us a little bit of money, but he will come back and be straight into the team. Will definitely be on the bench anyway, taking up that spot that Ashley Barnes was having. I feel he's got the pace. It's just everything that we're looking for, without us actually having to go out and sign another player, or so Adam Eder is back in the squad. Transfer deadline day did close. A transfer is all done. There was no further action. We do come up and find ourselves against Southampton, who are sitting in third place, 50 points total so far. When you look over their team, danger all the way across. And you look at their bench, the players that they've got sitting on the bench as well, you just know that they could well come on and cause us problems. But form-wise, they are not looking the best, so who knows, we could spring an upset. We need to start picking up the 3 points rather than the single points. As you can see for ourselves, we are going unchanged. Pretty much back to the normal starting 11, aside from Fleming playing just behind Sargent. If Sargent doesn't start to score some goals, could we see someone like Adam Eder coming in and taking his place? St Mary's is where we are today, when you look at the substitution bench, you can't see it from this pause menu, but why do Norwich have the massive the massive bench, and the rest of the Southampton players are stuck onto two little rows of seats? Anyway, Southampton are attacking hard right from the start, and Quence has done enough to chest the ball away to Carlos, who's run all the way from one end of the pitch. Is he going to go all the way through? Almost all the way through. It forces a lovely save from Lumley in the Southampton goal. Things have been a little bit scrappy after that exciting start to the game, but Carlos has really got some sort of point to prove today as he's weaving his way inside, but had to turn back, play the ball to Sarah, who then finds Carlos back again. Fleming on the edge of the box, turns the defender, takes the shot, buries it in the top corner. We are 1-0 up here away at Southampton, 13 minutes gone. As I said, looking over their team and looking over their form, things have not been going well for them. It's the last sort of 3-4 games. Is that going to continue? Lovely shot. Didn't quite go in the top corner, but it was definitely enough in it that the keeper couldn't get his hand to it. 1-0, Norwich lead. Fleming's had to drop real deep to try and pick the ball up, which we have seen O'Hare and Nunes do in the past when they're playing in that position, just to try and create something. But I'm not sure Fleming's the right player to be dropping so deep. Norwich look to spring a counter-attack, with Rowe putting the ball out wide for Sargent. He's doubled up with the defenders, which leaves Rowe a little bit more free in the middle. Having to turn back on himself, plays the ball to Yusuf, finds that run of Sarah through the middle, but the sliding challenge stops that from going through, and Southampton will look to create an attack for themselves. The Norwich defence ragged. Stacey does enough, doesn't quite get the ball away, and the attack is still on for Southampton. Cross coming in, lovely shot. Gunn does enough to see it behind for a corner. Short corner up from Southampton. Armstrong loses out to Yusuf, who manages to take it round the two defenders and go for a little bit of a run on his own to the halfway line and loses the ball. Score remains 1-0 to us, and we could blow the full-time whistle now, referee. We would take it. Bree manages to skip past McCallum with ease, finds Armstrong. Worry is still there. Sargent looked to seem to handle the ball. A shot that we don't have to worry about. Yusuf is forcing Southampton to hold the ball up on the halfway line, and then as soon as he looks to reset his position, they've now managed to create some space, and they've attacked with a little chip ball through, but not enough. And the referee blows a whistle, 1-0 at half time. Yeah. Oh, what a challenge to start the second half. Red, yellow. Stacey's had quite a few of them horrible challenges come in on him. A few different games. Sargent has turned. The keeper. Southampton are now looking to attack with a dangerous attack of their own. There is some goals scored in this game you cannot do anything about. That is one of them. We look to just block the shot off. And the ball gets curled right into the top corner. I think Young got a slight touch on it as well. Didn't quite do enough to put it around the post. And we're now at level with time running out. And Southampton definitely looking the team on top in this second half. Sainz has managed to find some space. Plays the ball on to Ida. He uses Fashner, and the keeper makes a save. Could well And that opportunity could well have gone as Southampton look to take advantage themselves. Looks at the back post, sees the ball go out for a corner. And this is the last chance of the game. Signs up with a header. Stacey again. Will we see the whistle go? It does. We come away with a 1-1 draw again. Not good enough. We now see ourselves 6 points behind the playoff positions, coming up against a game against Hull, who are well within the playoff spots in 4th place. As we have seen before, they've got some decent players in their team with Delap, Carvajal, Cavallo, Greaves. Yeah, a good team. But I expect for us to get a result today. We will be switching things up a little bit. Fleming needing a bit of a rest. How do we manage this? Go there with McLean coming in. And then we're looking for someone on the right hand side. It's going to have to be Fashionat come in there. Quensa can play the game out. There we go. We'll go with that. We've got a fairly fresh team, you know, with a few different players coming in and different players going out. 2-2 draw. So this is our 3rd draw in a row. Who do we see on the score sheet? Carlos, Sarah, Dilla, Carvajal. After the cup draw, we probably won't be finishing February today. We have been drawn against Leeds in the next round of the FA Cup. So we will be going through and playing out the Birmingham, West Bromwich and then the Preston game. And then next episode we'll pick things up against Leeds. Birmingham is another team with ex-Norwich player John Ruddy in there. Got Pritchard on the bench as well. A team that are not having it their own way. 20th in the league with lots of losses. If we don't pick up a win here, I think you could probably say that is the end of the playoff push for this season. That allows us to have some slight changes with signs coming in on the left-hand side for Carlos. We've got Fisher in at right back and Sorensen in at centre back. Again, let's hope we can get the win on this one. There it is, 2-0 win, exactly what we were after. As you can see, for Hassans are Fleming with the goals. Sargent is really struggling to get on the score sheet. Hawthorns, last time out we did lose to West Bromwich, but this time round we will look to rectify it. As you can see, there's their starting 11. A few players in their team that we did look at in the January transfer market, so hope that doesn't bite us. They are sitting in 16th. They did get a win last time out, but they have had indifferent results. When it comes down to our starting 11, as you can see, we are back to our strongest 11. We do have some good news. Callum O'Hare on the bench. He does still have a slight knock, but someone that we want to start blending back into the team. So I am going to bring him onto the bench, and we're going to see Fashionat drop into reserves. So we've still got signs who can come on at either wing, and yeah, we will possibly see Callum O'Hare return today. It is the Hawthorns today. Let's hope we can build on our win last time out against Blackburn. We definitely didn't play Blackburn, we played Birmingham. Carlos is continuing his form from a couple of games ago. McCallum, not so much, runs the ball out, throw in. Not the best start we want to see. Nasty challenge on McCallum. Sees Jed Wallace with a book in. And McCallum is good to continue. Struggling to find a clear opening against West Brom here. They are blocking off passes quite well. McCallum does find Carlos with a lovely throw. He's then able to play the ball into the middle for Fleming, who finds Sargent, puts the ball well over the top. We are not seeing the best from Josh Sargent. When was the last time we saw him score a goal? Jed Wallace with the ball here wide on the right hand side. Plays the ball into Josh Madra. And Smets has done enough to hold him up. No, he hasn't. And Villa with the ball in the middle. Back to Josh Madra. Little trickery. Gunn does get the block. And Swift comes in with the header. 1-0 down away to West Bromwich Albion. And it's just not good enough. West Bromwich looking dangerous once again. This time round, Gunn does gather the ball. And is able to try and set up an attack for Norwich here, with Smets playing the ball out wide to Rowe. Does lose the ball, and it seems as if everything is a bit too urgent from us today, and we're not allowing to open the gaps up. And in doing so, they have carved out an opening, but the ball gets put well over the top by Wallace. This is not looking good. Just as I thought we were going to start closing in on them playoffs positions, it's gone the opposite way. But one thing we do have to remember, we do have Callum O'Hare on the bench today, so will he be able to come on and make a difference? Lost out by Jack Stacey when there's lack of movement at the top. Maybe it's a bit of a tactical rethink coming as well. Like, you know, obviously we are playing as wing-played formations, but Jonathan Rowe strays offside. Sarah is not letting the ship sink just yet. Sargent with the ball. Plays it through to Fleming. Looks to take on the defender with a shot. Keeper sees that out for a corner kick. Jonathan Rowe breaks through. How did he do that? He spun off the save and stayed. Lovely save by Gunn. That was worrying. Went a little bit quiet there. 54 minutes gone. When do we see Callum O'Hare getting that chance? Is he ready to be putting in half an hour? Rowe has beat his man. Get the ball on as well. Sargent looks to try and win that header inside the box. Doesn't do enough. Does pick the ball up. A bit of a stumble, and they are able to. From looking dangerous on this attack with Pedersen. But Stacey does enough to block it off and then tries to bring the ball forward himself. But as we've seen with a lot of the times when we break, I keep saying Norwich, but we break, people don't seem to be flooding into the box. Stacey has the ball up high and loses out. Madra through, rolls the ball past Quincer, finds Wallace, Gunn with the save. Smets does enough to pick it up, and we do manage to play our way out of danger. We need to see a little bit more from the boys today. Looks to create an opportunity for a corner, and we do see Callum O'Hare coming back after injury. Oh, and I thought he might have scored with his first touch of the game back. He does find Rowe, who slots it home. That is what we've been missing. Injury boy back on the pitch. Creates the goal. 1-1. As you can see there, lovely pass through from O'Hare, and Jonathan Rowe slots it home. 10 minutes to go. Will we see a similar thing come in that time? Will we see O'Hare manage to create another opportunity? Lovely build-up play here. But are we going to see anything from it if I say that? Ball goes dead. 2 minutes left. It's from Jack Stacey. He does clear the ball this time. Johnny Rowe finds Adam Eder. Referee blows his whistle. It's just not enough. As we've seen every game so far in this episode, it is just not enough. With today's fixtures, we see us sitting on 46 points. A win against Preston today could well see us close the gap to Stoke, who are on 50, down to 1 point. So we are still well within the opportunity of reaching the playoffs, even though we keep dropping at silly points. As we can see, Preston are playing that 5 at the back. They have terrible form coming into this game, but you know that only means one thing. Time for them to do a number on us. We will see the Norwich side change, with one change of Fleming coming off, but Sargent staying on top because O'Hare. Change that up. Fleming is going to be playing instead of Sargent, should I say. O'Hare's coming in just behind, and I think this is the change that was needed. And I get that wrong. 2-2. Carlos with 2 goals. Last minute goal for Preston brings that back. Oh, today's episode's going to finish up with leaving us in what position? We're sitting in 10th. 5 points off of the playoffs. This is going to go down to the end of the season, I believe. As always, if you enjoyed today's episode, remember to hit that like button. I do really appreciate it. If you have any advice, anything that you'd like to see change, drop that down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Next time up, we will be starting out with an FA Cup game against Leeds, and then seeing how far we can progress through the month of March. As always, hope you enjoy, and I shall see you in the next one. Peace.